Hey everybody, one of the 5 leagues from the Borderlands adventure. We're back with Packer Dayne and his company, having cleared out a strange, mysterious watchtower in the southeastern part of the Nine Finger Mountains. He is now investigating the weird stuff on the broken moors. There's a raised sort of like moorish highland that is got all kinds of strange landmarks. We're gonna go explore and try and face one of the local menaces and maybe reduce their threat in the area. So we'll share the table, we'll see what the events taking place camped in the wilds are, and then we'll get this underway. All right, so here's Sir Dayne's company currently traveling into the moorish sort of highlands here in the southwest region or southeast region of the Nine Finger Mountains. Having investigated one of these towers, they are now sort of investigating this big open barren area here that's along the valley that leads into the Nine Finger Mountains region. They're doing pretty well, except the courier they met in the woods at that tower had the absolute brakes beaten off of him and is missing 5 games. They're basically pulling him in a sledge right now as he can't go home because Riverhome is full of diseases. There's terrible things happening over on the west side of the region. So we're gonna go investigate, see what this huge pit is here in the middle of the field. In the preparation stage, we've got to see what the local events are. It's going on in the woods. Camp events table, we get a 67. And that is hard going out here. Your food supplies are almost depleted and there's little to be found. If you have any rations, you can eat them now. If not, you're going to be hungry. You'll be fine now, but the first time you're in town, you have to restock your supplies for 2 gold marks. Well, and we got to see what our upkeep cost is going to be, considering that we are currently at a warband size of 8. It's D3 plus 1. That's going to be 4 gold crowns. Well, we've got 22 in the bank, which is nice. I think that's going to make our first action in camp to hunting expedition, because I'd like to get some rations if I can. No one has any wilderness skills, though, so we're going to just roll and see if we can roll an 8 plus. We will send the muscle. He looks like he can hunt. No, he just cannot. Well, then we're going to do a scouting roll. That means Lucien, who has the +2 scouting skill, will be able to go out and have a look around and see if we can just get to that location without needing a traveling roll. We're in the same region, so we shouldn't need to, actually. Yeah, let's just study. We'll study on a 9 plus with Lucien. No, learn a random skill. We didn't, so we're hungry. We didn't find any game, and Lucien can't read. Let's roll for research and connections then. We get a 49, which is if you have a friend in your warband roster sheet, one of them decides to send you some aid. Oh, sweet. Well, we do have a friend. His name is, I've completely forgotten. His name is Christoph Pike. Because Christoph Pike, because he's Chris Pine. Christoph Pine. Because he's a minstrel, he's a wandering entertainer. Let's see what he sends us. D6 to see what kind of aid he brings. 4 plus, 2 gold marks. Sweet, well we paid off our rations basically, so I'm just going to delete that and forget I rolled it. We'll just say he shows up with food and gives some to us. We're going to explore a location, we'll outfit for adventure, meaning we'll put our thief's tools, a silverleaf, a tonic, and let's say a light weapon in our backpacks. We're in the same map area, meaning we don't need a travel roll. We just head there, and we got to roll to see what this location actually is. 96, it is something big. A treasure site. You found a site of treasure. If you want to search it for it, fight a site battle from the lurking foes enemy table. If you hold the field, you gain 3 additional rolls on the loot table. Lurking foes are interesting. They have on a 6 a random additional one shows up in the battlefield. So like basically they regenerate during the tracking phase. Let's see what is actually here. 38. That's going to be skeletal defenders. 2d6, pick the highest +4, so 8 skeletal defenders. Undeads, they never flee, but they also don't run or dash. They only move 4 inches. 0s across the board, toughness 4, and 1 armor. We need to roll to see if there's any enemy leadership here. And they've got 51, just a lieutenant. So the lieutenant has parry, tough, combat skill +1, so a +1, and a toughness of 5. So in a site battle, first we do the terrain, generally a cramped environment, so these craggy spires we've discovered here in the plateau. Then we place a number of investigation markers equal to the warband size. So we've gone with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Just to kind of give ourselves some interesting points to go and look at. The first move, a warband member scouts ahead. As is tradition, we will have our actual scout, which is Shala, move forward. 4-inch move, which will eventually trigger that site. Site reaction roll is a 50, which is undiscovered depths. This place is rested silent and forgotten for a long time. Place 3 additional exploration markers on the table near the 3 largest terrain features. These 3 witch fires down as strange things are happening here. Deploy the enemy. Place the enemy on the table. Divide the enemy group into groups of 3 figures each, with any leftovers in their own smaller group. For each group, place them by a random exploration marker. 9 total bad guys, including the lieutenant. 3 groups of 3 will place the lieutenant one first. There are currently 10 exploration markers, so D10 left to right. 1. Well, the first group is right here with the lieutenant. Fantastic. Next to Shala. Everything's going great. Second group is on 8. So I can count right to left, basically. 1, 2. They're next to this one. Climbing the terrain feature. Last group is on 2. So 1, 2. They're just underneath this one, let's say. We barged in directly into the skeletons. We have extras because on a 6 more could arrive. Fantastic. All of these guys will instantly become aware because they're within 8 of me and line of sight. Let's roll some initiative for round 1. And we got some 1s and 2s. That's sweet. So let's give the 2 to Sir Dayne. Let's give the elves will stay the way they are. We'll give the 1 to Mav because we're probably going to need it. And then everyone else is getting a 6. Except the sister and the brother, who will be able to re-roll. So Shala doesn't pass, and Bale doesn't pass either. They're both going in the tracking phase. I think Mav and Sir Dayne are so far away. But they're fast. They go 6-3. So we're going to walk our 6 with Sir Dayne to here. And then we will simply move to support, but not be engaged. And Mav will do the same, going 6 and then 3 more, so that Shala isn't instantly murdered. Done. Monster in phase, so there are absolutely no, ranged weapons in a skeleton group and lurking foes, so they just immediately attack us closest to furthest. So starting with this boss, charging Mav, as she has presented herself as the target. Red dice will always be the baddies in any of these rolls. The white die will always be my warband. This is Mav. She is combat +2. Now she'll be +3 because she's supported by a friend. And that guy is +1. So +1 to +3. That's a 5. So she becomes the attacker. There is no pushback apparently during this phase. And now she will attack again. At +3, that's going to be a 6 to a 5. So she strikes a blow. She has a fencing weapon, which means it's just a straight up beat armor. There is no armor on skeletons, so it's just beat toughness. He is toughness 5, so 5, 6. 6! Oh my god, she just slays him immediately. That was wild. An adventuring point for that, I guess, because down he goes. And this next skeleton walks in, going 4. I guess it would go towards Packard this time. 0 to his +1. He is getting a +2 because he's got friends nearby. So he will become the attacker. Second round of combat. 5 to a 4, he'll win the combat. And does he beat a 4+? No, he injures it. Back an inch and follows up for the final engagement. Wins again and then strikes a blow. He will beat its toughness this time, actually. Not that it mattered because it's already injured, because his bastard sword is +1 to injure, so he destroys it. Next one, coming to fight Sir Dayne. All right, he's a little tired, maybe. But he wins again at +1. That's a 3 to a 1. Doesn't have parry or anything like that. So he becomes the attacker. Second round of fighting. He beats it again. Strikes a blow and just crushes it. Now we're getting out of engagement range because they can only go 4. So they can't quite get to him. So these ones will rip ahead and not do anything. And I needed to roll actually to see what this was. C100. Shala gets a 100 footsteps. Randomly place an enemy melee trooper 9 inches away in a random direction. New enemy can't be placed within 4 of a warband member. Sweet. It's an unaware patrol. So another random skeleton showed up 9 inches away over here. So luckily we had extra models. So it's just over here, but it's a patrol. Actually, roll for a random marker to go towards. It goes towards 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 5, 6. So it's going to head over here and go 4. And then does it get within 8? Nope, doesn't over there. And this is explored. These guys up in the mountain are going to go towards 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So towards the center of the table. So they just start walking or climbing down here. I'm going to be generous with this because they'll never get into the game otherwise. It's the tracking phase. Does another skeleton arrive? No. It's time to keep going. The muscle's going to move. He can move 6'3", so he's going to go 6 over to here. And then he'll go 3 inches to go intercept the other patrol. Lucian's going to follow him. He's just walking 9. And so will Curtis, the boy. Seem to have this handled. And so Bale's going to go. He's just going to try and pick off one of these skeletons, so he'll sit still. No, he'll move to inside range, because he can hit on a 5 this way, and he'll shoot one of the ones in the back. And he can't move his full distance to the other anyway, so he's just not going to shoot. Shallow will shoot, however, and add her combat. She's +1, so she's going to hit on a 2 on that skeleton. She does. And then does she beat its toughness? She does. She just somehow just knocks its head off. It's round 1. Round 2. We're rolling for initiative again. That was a spectacular first round. I imagine this is going to fall apart now. We got some 1s and 2s, which is good. So we'll have Sir Dayne go again. We'll have, actually he's agility 2. Then Mav will also go. We'll give 1 to Bale, because he wants to shoot this time, I think. And we'll try and roll for Shallow. Rolling for Fey Blood. No, she's still going to go in the tracking phase. We'll go with, I guess, Bale. And he's just going to take a shot at his skill +2 or combat +2. So he's hitting on a 2. He does. And then it's a 5-6 again to kill them. Oh man, these guys are firing anti-skeleton arrows, apparently. Exploding arrows. We went into the bat utility belt and found exploding batarangs. The killer croc batarangs out for this one. So he's all done, because he didn't move in order to do that. And then we'll have Mav go, and she will charge this one, staying in range of her friend. Not that she super needs the support bonus, but does give her a +3 to a +0. Oh, well, she still wins, thankfully. And then she is fencing swords, so she just rolls to wound. She wounds it. And then we'll drive back in. She's going to lose her +2 now. Roll again. She wins again. And she doesn't get the injury, but he's already injured. Or he gets an injury, but he's already injured, so he's dead now. And that'll make him aware. We're going to have him fight Sir Dayne, I guess. But Sir Dayne's going to walk to within 3 of both these markers to see what they are. On top is a 93. There's more footsteps, so a random another skeleton shows up. I love this. 9 inches this way. Not within 4. So I have to put it, I have to roll again. Or I can just tilt it so it's over here. Removed. And then the one in the graveyard. What does it do? 54. Yeah, something hidden. We'll remember taking an interact action, making an 8+ scout test to search. If we do it, we find a stash. On a double 1, it's a trap. We'll move. We'll just wait. We won't move into base to base with it, but we know we can search that now. It's monster in time, starting with the closest one. I think 4 inches doesn't quite get him in melee. Oh, no, it does. He'll go fight Sir Dayne. This was the Wandering Patrol. Takes a swing. Dayne's +2. So that is a +0. Dayne just wins and becomes the attacker. And then hitting again. Oh no! The skeleton wins and becomes the attacker back. And then the last one, Dayne wins one more time, and the combat ends. And they separate. Push back and forth, no pushing, because it was just changing attacker over and over again. So this guy's going to charge the muscle, who's just a plain old dude. Weapon. So he will attack at +0. The muscle +1 because of his support. And he wins, becomes the attacker. They fight the second round. They tie, and the combat just straight up ends. Poor fools are still unaware. They're going to go towards 9, which is... actually, there's less than 9 now. Sorry, there's 1, 2, 3, 4... Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 unexplored, so it's D6 now. 4. So they're going to head towards this one. Be like, there's a chest over here. Alright, the tracking phase. I guess these guys start to bully. So the muscle's going to charge in and try to take another swing at +1 this time. He wins. Does he kill? He sure does. We are not having any of this on death right now. Shallow's just going to move 3 so she can still shoot and then take a shot on a 3. And hits. Exploding batarang? No, just wounded. Just wounds it. Wings him with an arrow. Lucian's going to get exploring. He's going to walk his 6 over to this one and trigger both these at the same time. What could they be? Put your face in stuff, Lucian. The first one's 58, which is something hidden again, so something we can dig up. And then the one on top is a 92. More footsteps. Another random skeleton arrives. I love this. 9 inches over here. I like that we're just summoning skeletons. Something's hidden down here, and the watchtower lights basically are summoning all the skeletons. Does another skeleton arrive from the lurking foes? No. Forgot about Curtis, actually. He'll move on to this one, I guess. Just walk up 6. Go stick his face in the middle. Sure, it'll be fine, kid. Go have a look at that. 54. Another something hidden. Oh, I'm so into all these something hiddens. Set the table up to have, like, cool, weird things to search, and it's actually just coming up in the game. Go emerging narrative. Top of 3, then. We are successfully murdering skeletons. We killed their leader immediately. Let's roll for initiative. We'll do the same as usual. So Mav and Sir Dayne will each have 1. We will give everybody else is just agility 1. Oh, I forgot Lucian's agility 2. Well, we'll re-roll for Bale. Nope. And for Shala. Nope. Everyone else in the tracking phase. I've go bully this monster. I'm gonna walk over here and just punch it at +3. +3 to that skeleton. Oh yeah, all day. And then she just has to wound it. Doesn't roll a 1, and she does, so he's dead. All done with skeletons. This is an Army of Darkness level skeleton extinction. So we're gonna do a search test. Scouting test on an 8. Nope, double 1s, we set up a trap. Fantastic, Sir Dayne. You're the best. You're the best. 9. A lethal trap. Character struck by a dart, falls in a pit, or is struck by a blade. Inflicts a +1/+0 hit. Dayne is armor... what's his armor? He's got... helmet, partial armor. So he's armor 2. This one, so he has to roll 1 or less to not take this hit from his armor. Doesn't. And then it's +0 to his toughness. His toughness is pretty high, actually. His toughness 4. He's out. Oh, man. Down. Just fell in a hole. Luck had to run it eventually. I could have just re-rolled that, actually. I do have a luck point. I will re-roll that. I feel like not dying. No, he's just injured. All right. He's just injured instead. He just half falls in a pit. And then it is a random roll, because no one's within 8 of any of these guys again. So there's still... Actually, there's 7 on the table, isn't there? I'll re-roll 8s. Oh, no, there's only 6 still. That's because this one went away. That's right. So 2. Actually, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a D4. I'm an idiot. Because we've explored a whole bunch. 3. So that's 1, 2, 3. So heading towards here. Going towards the watchtower light that was lit for him. Group goes towards 3 as well. Because they're not with an 8, yeah. So they're just going to keep wandering back towards this. They're like, hello. We met up. Did you hear something? I heard something. Phase, I can't remember if it's beginning or end, but we'll roll to see if it matters. Nope, no additional foes show up. And then we'll start with Lucian. You need to go. You need to go fix Dayne. You're going to go 9. And just stand over here for next turn so you can give him the heals. Muscle's going to go walk over this and attempt to interact. It's an 8+ scouting test, again, to try and search for treasure. Nope, fails. Find anything. The lad's gonna go over here, do the same thing. 8+. Nope. Nothing but body parts. And then Bale's gonna sit still, and he's gonna fire his longbow over here. Because he's combat 2, which means even though they're in weapon range, he didn't move. So, as being in the open means a 5 turns into a 4/3. Sure does, and then it's a 5+ to kill. Nope. But he wounds it, so it becomes alert. Shall shoot the same one? She's at +1, so she needs a 4. And that's everybody done. So these guys are all alerted now because we attacked one of them. Turn 4. Explored more than enough to end this at any time now, but we're just gonna keep on murdering undead. Because that's what heroes do. Same as usual, except Lucian's gonna go first and heal everybody. Rerolling for Shala. She is agility 1. No, so she fails. Rerolling for Bale. No, he also fails. So everybody else is going to be going in the tracking phase. All right, Lucian, use one of your heals on a 6+. You do. So we managed to remove the wounded on Packard. Gives him a little cocaine and leeches. Blood was haunted, sir. All right. And he's all done. I guess he could move afterwards if he wants to. So might as well move him over here and investigate this. Let's see what that is. What is it? 86. An ambush! Enemy trooper behind and in contact with the character and resolve it immediately. Oh, I've got the perfect one. This guy comes out of the gravestone. Ah! Oh no! Your soul! They just immediately fight a combat. So I think he's the attacker. Lucian's the defender. He is combat +0. They both are. So he loses the fight. Does it beat his defense? It does. And then does it beat his toughness? It does not, so he's wounded. Alright, so it'll drive him back an inch, and then it's another round of combat. No, my cleric got ambushed. It wins again. Oh no! Does it beat his armor? It does. Does it beat his toughness? Not that it matters. Yep. Lucian is ambushed and taken out by a skeleton. So frivolous with my men's lives. Okay. Well, that happened. First activation. I guess Sir Dayne actually will just send Mav. She's a killing machine. She wasn't fast enough to save him, but she's gonna go wreck that skeleton. +2. She sure does. And stuns it. Now she's +4. She wins again. And just kills it. Just bashes it on the head. It was an inch away, actually. She would have driven it back. And the reason I'm not taking any morale tests is because these guys are undead. They do not flee. Sir Dayne, it's gonna get sporty over here, so he's just gonna go support the boy. Now these all healed up next to this murder group. Mav should be okay by herself over there. These guys come roaring in. Because everyone's activated, going 4. Heading towards the remaining heroes. Tracking phase, do additional ones arrive? They do! Random board edge, so top will be north 1. 1, 2, so over here. This area is infested with undead. And that's the tracking phase over. Or not the tracking phase, it's end of the tracking, beginning or end of the tracking phase, that's right, because it doesn't move. So now my tracking phase, the muscle's gonna go, actually the boy will go. He's gonna go stand over here, and the muscle's gonna go fight. And try and kill this guy. He's +1 because of the support, and he wins. Does he slay it? He sure does, just immediately. I was gonna aim and take a shot on a 4. She does. He's already wounded, so no armor to beat. Doesn't beat the toughness, but he's already injured, so he's dead. Bale will shoot this one on a 3 as well. No, misses and runs out of ammo. He has a large quiver, so he can ignore that first roll, because he's got his cool extra magic quiver. And that is everybody. Round 5. We're taking some casualties now. This isn't great. We've lost Lucian, so we've only got 6 people on the table. Oh, Lucian, he got beat up so bad. Only Dayne is going first. But we can reroll for Shala, and we can reroll for Bale. Nope, they're both going last as well. Everybody's going the tracking phase. Well, Dayne's just gonna go stand in the midst of these guys, so that when they attack, they will be ready. And then that will immediately happen. They will start running towards us. And Dayne will fight at +2 because of his support. He loses still, though. He will be driven back. Does it beat his armor? It does. Does it beat his toughness? No, so he's injured again. It cannot drive him back through his friends. I guess it drives him back this way. And they fight again. It wins again. Oh my god. Does it beat his armor? It does not this time. We'll push him back. This is getting bad. And then it fights one more time. These skeletons are mad. And it does beat him one more time. Armor. Partial armor is a 2, so yes. And then doesn't beat his toughness, but he's already injured, so he's knocked out. Damn! It's just got wrecked. These last couple skeletons are impossible. Then this one's gonna come, I guess, fight the boy, because he's closest. +1. Because they're both +1, actually. So they tie and the combat ends. Alright, well, tracking phase, let's just go with these guys, and they're going to try and rescue everybody. So starting with Bale, shooting in the open on a 3, because he's using his combat skill. He hits. No armor to beat. Does he beat its toughness of 4? Nope, but he wounds it. And then Shell will take the same shot. And miss. Mav to the rescue, moving 9, but staying outside of melee. Still got going 4. And does another skeleton show up? No, not during the tracking phase. Turn 6. We're getting a little beat up here. 5 members of the crew remain. Everybody's getting to go, though. So we'll start with Mav. The muscle. And let's say the boy. And then we'll roll for Shala. And we'll roll for Bale. Oh, Bale gets to go, too. Well, we finally wised up. Mav, I need you to actually beat the brakes off these guys. So she's gonna jump in here with her bonus, +3 to +0, or +1 actually, and she wins. Does she beat its toughness? No, but it's already injured, so she just kills it. Then the muscle dives in and attempts the same. He's at +1 for his outnumbering. He wins the tie and kills it. Good job there, Barbarian. And that means the boy is going to just move and investigate this token. See what it is. It's a 10. A 10 is an environmental hazard. It extends 3 inches in every direction, and they have to make a wits of 9+ test to avoid being affected. If they pass, move backwards. If they fail, they suffer the effects of the hazard. So he is wits +0, so just a 9+. Can you move away from the hazard? 8. No, you can't. +0 hit, so he has to save on armor of a 1. Nope. And then injury? No, he's just wounded. So do not go near that. That is apparently also on fire. There's a fire token next to it. If you're within 3, it's still burning. And it's just Bale. He's gonna walk up 9 to here, just to be ready for next turn. So, monstering phase. This monster comes forward 4. Tracking phase, Shala's gonna move 3 with her bow and take a shot on a 5, see if she can just finish this last skeleton off. No. Turn 7. Oh, sorry, tracking phase, does another skeleton show up? It does not. I'm gonna stop rolling as soon as the last one's dead. And initiative. We're getting lots of people going again. We'll have Mav go. We'll have Bale go. And then we'll have everybody else go last, but Shala can roll for her Fey Blood. No, is she a 2 or a 1? She's a 1. So still going in the tracking phase, as is the muscle. Yeah, see if you can just kill this guy. You hit him with your bow, and because he didn't move, and then you wound him. We are not quite inside 6, so we're just gonna have Mav move to be the closest supported. Bait this wounded skeleton, who will come fight us with the support of the big fella there, the muscle. So +3, even without the support, she would have won. And she becomes the attacker, sorry, for the next one, and wins again, and just kills him. And so our final act in the tracking phase, we're gonna roll over here, see what this is. Something cool, I hope. 99! Oh my god, it's another bad guy. Bring on skeletons. It's gonna be 9 inches over here. Endless seas of skeletons. I guess it's another turn after all. Let's roll some initiative. Who else needed to go? The sister, actually, Shala needed to go as well, so she'll walk 9. And over to there, and the boy will get the hell away from all of this. Injured. Limp over here. And initiative for round 8. Nobody gets it, but Bale and Shala both got to roll, and neither one did. So the skeleton's just going to walk out 4. And then tracking phase does another one show up. Nope. Shala will shoot it and hit and kill it immediately. The game, because we've cleared this area of skeletons. Does another one show up? No. And there's one thing we can go and look at. One little watchtower to put out. And we'll roll to see what it is. See if it mattered. Someone can walk over there. It was a 58. A trap hidden. Did we find it? Whatever it was? We did. So we get an extra loot roll. Something hidden. Extra loot roll. Plus the extra 3 treasure rolls we're going to get to make, because this is a treasure site. We did slay a lieutenant, so we will get an adventure point. We need to see what's going on for everybody, because everybody got beat up again. Dayne and Lucian both got beat up. Alright, so Dayne, did you die? I'm hoping not. 78 is a... just knocked out. He's okay. Rejoins the warband. And then Lucian gets a 00, 100, knocked out. He's totally fine. Oh boy, you got very excited to fight skeletons and then kind of overextended yourselves, but you made it out. Alright, checking for advancement. Let's see what kind of XP we got. We survived. We killed the enemy leader, and it was Mav that immediately killed him. And then we held the field. The thing is that the muscle will not gain that extra XP, however, because he doesn't gain XP right now anyway. Because he's not a hero. Very close to leveling up, but nobody actually leveling up. Mav and Dayne are both 1 away from level 4, 2 away from level 3 for Bale, same with 4 away for Lucian, and then 1 away each for Shala and Curtis. Gotta roll for the muscle though and see if he gets a flash of insight. What happens? 13? Nothing gained. Roll for loot. We've got 1 for the delve, 3 additional, 4 additional. 5 total loot rolls. The first one, 100. An enchanted item. Ah, cool. What kind of enchanted item would we find in this cursed site? I'm sure that won't go wrong. 100? The Trader's Harness. I keep rolling 100 on these dice. What the heck is that? This resembles a full suit of steel plate but provides no armor value. When the wearer is struck, roll a d6. On a 6, it penetrates the armor and the character is immediately removed as a casualty. The armor becomes a non-magical suit of partial armor. Basically, you're invincible unless someone rolls a 6 to wound you. And then it just becomes, but you're immediately taken out as a casualty. I'm so into that. Oh, cool. I've got like super magic paladin armor for this guy. The Traitor's Harness. I love that basically he's invulnerable unless someone rolls a 6 to wound him, in which case he's immediately killed. Absolutely needs that because he flies face first and everything like he's Clark Kent. Right, next one. 75. That's going to be consumables. And what do we find? 21 for consumables. Crafting materials. You want to bet the crafting materials are a whole lot of bone. They're just bundling up bales of bone. It's just a huge bone harvest. All right, next up. 9. That is valuables. What kind of valuables? 3. Objet d'art. How much is it worth? 4. 89. That is more consumables. And we got 53 this time, which is ration. Sweet. Last roll. 99. Oh my god, another magic item. So pumped about all these magic items. I love this treasure site. It was such a good idea to go here. 48. The impervious plate. More impervious than the last one. Armor 3. Hits cannot apply any bonuses to overcome armor. So cool. Mav's getting that. She just her absolute iron will. How much you want to bet that the plate mail they're now wearing was looted off those skeletons? Just like, hey, one of these skeletons is glowing. You think we should try this stuff on? Grave Robin isn't awesome. All right. So then roll for unusual finds. What do we find? So we roll on the unusual finds table. It was a site battle. We roll a 94. Leads to a new location. Find evidence directing you to a place nearby, and there's no indication of what might be there or why it might be significant. Add another unexplored location in the current map area. Strange tower out there in the Highlands. All right, time to settle in. We're gonna camp out here in the wilds yet again, and then find out what the news of the world is. News of the world is 83. A friend needs your help. If you have a friend in the region, randomly select one that needs to carry out a contract. You receive additional story point for helping. If you have no friends in your warband roster sheet, you can visit nearby settlement next campaign to receive the offer of a contract with no additional rewards. Well, our friend found us. We know he's here. What is to do, Christoph Pine? What could it possibly be? It is 61. Escort an individual. So we have to randomly determine 2 places that we need to take them to. So D4 first for a left to right random place where this person's waiting. Christoph's friend is waiting in... oh, good. Looks like Riverhome, which is currently full of disease, or was last time we talked. And wants to go to D6 because it's one of the other settlements. 3 wants to go all the way back to Boar's Hearth. Next turn, we need to travel to Riverhome and find this person. By then, the disease will be over. So there we go, at the end of the adventure, we cleared out what was a very, very lucrative site, but now we have a job. Christoph wants us to go all the way to Riverhome, collect somebody, and take them somewhere else. So that will be our next adventure. It's going to require some travel. We'll see you for that one next week. Till then, I'm Ash. Happy gaming. Hey there, I hope you enjoyed that video. There are tons of other games already recorded for you to watch. Click over to my channel page if you haven't already, and have a look through the dozens of playlists full of videos. I guarantee you'll discover a game you haven't seen played before. I put out new videos 7 days a week, and every day is themed to a different genre as I continue to explore the wider world of gaming. Of course, none of that's possible without you, the viewer, so click a like and subscribe if you'd like to stay on top of what's happening here daily. My 2 kids and I are massively grateful to be able to have the flexibility of this job so I can always maximize my time with them. If you want to support me continue to put out this content, it's only possible because of my amazing backers on Patreon who support the studio, equipment, and model cost, as well as being how I make the bulk of my living. You can also help out by buying a t-shirt through Spreadshirt, a measuring gauge or widget from Death Ray Designs, or buying one of my games and supplements, like Last Days, Game of Wolves, and Blaster. As a way of showing my appreciation, patrons get early access to new games and supplements that I write throughout the course of the year. Huge thanks for watching, it really does help out, and happy gaming.